After a long week and an even longer drive to the shore, I was ready for a memorable night out, and that's exactly what I got. Debbie and I kicked off our weekend with a spontaneous late lunch at PF Chang's, where we caught up with my brother, who happened to be down the shore too. It was perfect timing for some great food and even better company. One thing I love about PF Chang's is the vibe. The decor makes you feel like you're about to go on an exotic food adventure. And luck was on our side. We got a table right away, no wait. As we were checking out the menu, we went back and forth on whether to order a drink, just one. But then reality hit. I was the designated driver, and with a Prince tribute show waiting for us at resorts, I figured showing up, even slightly buzzed, might not be the move. So I played it safe and stuck with my classy ginger ale and maybe some water. Responsible and slightly boring, but hey, someone had to get us to the party. I tried to wait patiently for my food, but let's be real, I was running on fumes. No breakfast, just a Wawa coffee and some cheddar cheese and crackers I found earlier. I told myself I was being smart, you know, saving room so I could actually enjoy my meal without getting full too fast. But by the time we sat down, my stomach was practically filing a complaint. Eating light sounded great in theory. In reality, I was starving and eyeing the appetizers like it was my last meal. They gave us chopsticks, and of course, I had to give it a go. I figured, how hard could it be? Spoiler alert, pretty hard. I practiced while waiting for my food, trying to channel my inner pro. But by the time my meal came, it was clear I wasn't winning any chopstick championships. So yeah, I tapped out and went with the trusty fork. No shame in the backup plan. I ordered the crispy string beans thinking they'd be a light start, but when they arrived, they were basically taking a bath in oil. I literally grabbed an extra napkin and patted them down like I was detailing a car. Grease aside, the flavor wasn't bad. The tempura crunch and that signature spicy dipping sauce definitely helped. Was it good? Eh, it was okay. But note to self, next time, maybe skip the oil-soaked veggies and go for something less shiny. Michael went with the large Asian Caesar salad with chicken. It was a tower of romaine, parmesan, toasted sesame seeds, and those crunchy wonton croutons that basically make it feel like a cheat meal. He paired it with a classic chicken soup, and from the look on his face and the fact that there were zero leftovers, I'd say it was a win. According to him, the salad was delicious. It was fresh, flavorful, and just the right mix of classic and creative. Debbie went with the crispy honey chicken dinner. It was lightly battered chicken smothered in a tangy honey sauce, garnished with fresh chives, and served with fluffy white rice. I didn't hear a single complaint from her the whole meal. In fact, this dish is her go-to every time she dines there, a true classic she never wavers from. Clearly, it's a winner. Then it was my turn. I ordered the Mongolian beef dinner. It is usually a solid choice with its sweet soy glaze, tender flank steak, garlic, and green onions. This was actually my third time ordering it, and the first two times, delicious. But sadly, this time totally missed the mark. My very first bite had gristle in it, and since I rarely eat meat to begin with, hitting a chewy piece of fat or anything remotely vein-like is a huge turnoff for me. Instant appetite killer. To make things worse, the dish was super salty, like borderline drink a gallon of water after salty. After that first bite, I was pretty much done. Definitely not the experience I was hoping for. As our meal was winding down, I had to tempt fate and peek at the dessert menu. Like I wasn't already full and semi-regretting those oily string beans. But hey, it's tradition. Do you think everyone at the table got dessert? Spoiler alert, nope. We all went into I'll just look mode, which, of course, is a trap. The real question is, did I cave? Of course I caved. Who was I kidding? I went for the banana spring rolls because how do you say no to crispy bites of banana drizzled with caramel and vanilla paired with coconut pineapple ice cream? You don't. That's the answer. Since my brother was the only one at the table not getting dessert, I gave him the be a good sibling look and asked if he'd share it with me. Let's just say he didn't put up much of a fight. One bite in, and we both knew we made the right call. Debbie went all in on the chocolate peanut butter cream pie, and honestly, it was a peanut butter lover's dream. Picture this: a chocolate crust loaded with layers of peanut butter mousse, silky chocolate ganache, crushed Reese's R cups, and a drizzle of caramel just for good measure. She loves anything peanut butter, so this was basically dessert perfection for her. One bite and she was in chocolate peanut butter heaven. No regrets, just smiles. After finishing up our meal and saying goodbye to Michael, Debbie and I made our way over to Resort's casino, and the excitement was real. We were headed to see Marshall Charloff and the Purple Xperience, a live tribute to the legendary Prince. As big fans, we couldn't wait to see the show. The energy was building, and we knew we were in for something special. I was just so happy to be out and about living my best life. I yelled, I screamed, I danced like nobody was watching, even though they probably were. Honestly, I let loose like I was auditioning to be in Prince's next music video. Zero shame, 100% joy. When he broke into Raspberry Beret, the crowd absolutely lost it, and so did I. For a moment, it felt like I had time traveled straight back to 1985. All I was missing was a pair of leg warmers and some big hair. The energy was electric, and honestly, I don't think I've screamed, "She wore a raspberry beret," that loudly. Pure nostalgia, pure fun. He didn't just sing like Prince, he looked like him too. When he hit Little Red Corvette, the place went absolutely nuts. I swear, for a second, I thought the real Prince had risen from a cloud of purple smoke and landed right on that stage. It took me straight back to the 80s when cassette tapes ruled, shoulder pads were a personality, and I may or may not have tried to moonwalk in socks on the kitchen floor. Spoiler, I didn't glide, I fell. That performance had all the drama, style, and pure funk of the real deal. Prince would have been proud, and my inner 80s self was thriving. Then came the power trio. When Doves Cry, Kiss, and I Would Die For You. At that point, all bets were off. I was up dancing like my shoes were on fire, and the only way to put them out was to keep moving. I think I invented 3 new dance moves and possibly pulled a muscle I didn't know I had. But did I care? Not even a little. Prince said jump, and my body said, "Let's go, baby." He sang Delirious, 1999, and just when I thought it couldn't get any better, Purple Rain started. The crowd absolutely lost it, and honestly, so did I. In that moment, it wasn't just a song, it was a time machine. Suddenly, I was back in the days when music came from the radio, not an algorithm. When we made mixtapes with actual tape and rewound them with a pencil like surgeons. We didn't scroll, we showed up. No selfies, no status updates, just living in the moment, making memories we didn't even know would last a lifetime. And as the music swelled, I realized something. I've had one hell of a ride. The kind you look back on and smile, not because it was perfect, but because it was real. No tech, no filters, just vibes, vinyl, and maybe a little too much hairspray. Life lesson? Don't wait for a throwback to feel alive. Live so fully that one day your memories hit you like purple rain, loud, messy, beautiful, and worth every second.